No, I'm not going to share my password. We just started recording, and this was being recorded when you said that other password. Guys, welcome back to another episode of The Watering Hole. Brandon's got a look on his face as if
Welcome to the hole.
I don't know. Brandon's got a look on his face as if he's never looked at a camera before. That's slightly concerning to me, but let's go ahead and get started, Justin.
Yes, Todd.
Happy Easter to everyone, since we forgot to wish you happy Easter in last week's episode of The Watering Hole, but we've been so busy that we just forgot to do that.
Well,
so
it
that
wasn't
was
Easter yet. It was
well, I know, but we
ahead
know
of
when
time.
these things are going to air, so the appropriate thing to do is to always be ahead and to be thinking
Understood.
that way.
Merry Christmas, by the way. Just thinking ahead.
That's a great way to do things. Like just be way ahead.
Yeah.
I've got
Just
a friend.
record them all now,
you know, I
every-
got a friend.
every holiday?
Yeah, I've got a buddy, and his name's Kyle, and he's going to hate me for this, but like, he does not like when I forget his birthday. Do you have any friends that don't like when they remember their
No,
birthday?
my friends are all men, Todd. They don't care.
So what I do is
Does he really get mad?
So what I do is like months in advance, I'll just be like, "Hey Justin, happy birthday," and it'll be
sure.
June, right? You know, and then it'll be like
Every
August.
month,
Hey
just
Justin,
so
happy
you
birthday,
don't
because you're in
forget.
October, right?
August.
August. Yours.
Yeah, you know,
I should know
we're
that after
close.
20 years.
We're close.
No, Paul's is in August because he's during the hunting season. That's the worst. October. That's what I meant to say. He's during the hunting season, dude. It's hard to remember the hunting season birthdays because like our brains are just thinking
My
about
youngest
hunting.
son's birthday is the 26th of October.
That's terrible
is a
planning on your
bummer.
part.
Yeah, but
Terrible
when he gets
planning.
older, we just go hunting for his birthday.
That's
know?
that's a good way to do it.
That's my plan.
Okay.
Just don't tell my wife.
Well, hopefully everybody had a great Easter. Speaking of Easter, we're talking about, before we dive into this episode, we were just talking about having a good aura about you.
Aura.
Yeah.
Yeah. Aura's
Listen,
good.
I've always
All
been.
the kids have aura these days.
I feel like I've always been the guy, the glass is half full, not half empty. Do you agree with that? I think I've always been that way.
I'd say yeah, for sure.
I think that's a good way to
I'd
look
say
at
you
things.
are more of a glasses half full person than I am. Would you agree with that?
I'll let.
It's okay to agree with it.
I'm not agreeing. I'm just going to say yes. Yes.
That is agreeing, Todd.
Yes. That's
Saying
agreeing.
yes is agreeing.
I know, but I didn't need your permission to say it. Yeah, I mean, I don't need you to say it's okay. Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Fair enough.
You need to work
Why
on
are we
that.
talking about aura again?
You started it. I don't know. I think it was a good
Well, we were
mojo.
talking about our background
Lights.
lighting for
That's
today.
right. Okay, well, let's dive into this episode.
Let's talk about our hunting aura.
You know, I think something before we dive into the hunting aura, you know, I think we made a good decision, kind of taking some money out of the budget and sending Brandon back to school for his mathematical skills on the dude count. Like, I thought it was funny. I didn't know the dude count thing was going on. I will
Dude
definitely.
counter last week.
It has woke me up to being much more sensitive of being careful with the,
the
word
internet
dude.
really roasted you, Brando. You can't have a counter and then be
way off.
accurate.
You know, and I
poor
had there were
planning on your
three
part.
people that counted.
There was more than three.
One
Those
of-
were just the ones that commented.
No. I mean the here Mike counted, I counted, and AI counted. So like,
So all three of you are bad?
there were a lot of dudes. It was hard to keep, and some of them weren't really. They're like, dude. It was like whisper quiet.
Was that
like
one dude or two dudes?
right, exactly. It was
Hard
like,
to say.
It was a lot of that.
If it wasn't
I
a
don't
fully
know.
formed
there was
dude.
definitely a couple that were dude.
Alan thought the dude thing was funny.
That's like
Wolfgang.
a 1.5 dude. The dude counter has to go in just the lower left corner, just stay there. And
There's just like a nice.
ticker.
There's just a nice empty space between you guys and the wall that is great for like putting things on.
dude counter right here.
Well, this guy here said if we
right
really if we did do the shot game, we both would end up in the ER, or I would
we'd
end
be
up in
dead.
the ER
We'd be dead for sure.
for sure. I thought that was pretty funny. I will definitely be much better at paying attention to how much I use the word dude. Thank you. I am going to get a t-shirt though. I think that'd be cool. Actually, someone sent me a photo. You can get a Coca-Cola can that says dude. Did you
I
see
did
that?
see that.
Did you see? I don't know.
Yeah.
Don, I think Don sent that to me, Steven. So that was kind of cool. I think I might need to get that, but I don't like Coca-Cola. I like Pepsi better.
I agree. I've never been a Coke fan.
Really?
Although they say the Coke from McDonald's is the best Coke. So it's all terrible for you. Just don't drink soda. And
I know, but I love Pepsi.
So
but I've
bad.
been so good this year. I don't think I've had a Pepsi or a Coke now for over 3 months.
it's good.
That's impressive.
Stuff's terrible. It's poison. Stay away from it.
It's okay.
It's not going to be covered by your.
So
food
I think we needed to
stamps
get
anymore,
I think we
Todd.
needed to get the dude thing out of the way. For the record, because I got a few phone calls Brandon, luckily during the time that I was doing my burn, I want to set the record straight here. That was on Tuesday. That was not on Wednesday. Because there was a burn ban in Joe Daviess County where nobody was supposed to be burning. So just to be super duper clear, we were burning on
Who called you?
Tuesday. That doesn't matter.
The fire
There were multiple phone calls that happened.
Oh man!
And to be super
Did you get
clear,
a warning, a stern warning?
I'm just
talking to?
being super clear. We burned on Tuesday. Brandon, if there's
How are
any
you supposed
footage
to
around
know
this
that there's
office,
a
get rid
burn
of it.
ban?
No, I'm just kidding.
How are you supposed to know if there's a burn ban?
Well, that's
the
a
next
great
day?
question. I didn't know either. But I guess you call the fire department. I mean, you'd be smart.
I did hear that you are supposed to call them before you burn, just so that they know.
Yes.
And most people don't.
And then you
do
would have
that.
been told, yes. So that's definitely something to keep in mind in the future. But we burned on Tuesday, so we were okay. There was no burn ban on Tuesday. And sometimes you got to do things to learn some valuable lessons. We did. Thank you for some of the comments. I did look at some of those.
We're guys. We have to learn the hard way.
Luckily, we did not learn the hard way whatsoever, although I think it was Brandon who pointed out one of our mics got a little burnt and crispy, the little fuzzy.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, the little like
windscreen?
yeah, the dead cats, they call it, little
Yeah.
fuzzy.
Yeah.
Like one of them, because it's like synthetic, it's not like
Right.
it like was like a little like
Crispy?
rough looking. It wasn't crispy. It was just like melted, but not hard. It was just like
So last summer we were at our place up in Michigan, and I was trying to light the grill after like it hadn't been lit all winter, and I had the propane like jacked up, and I'm like hitting the little thing, ding, 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 and it's not going. I'm like, what the hell? So I grab a lighter and stick it in there, and dude, it was like a fireball. And dude, my beard and my eyebrows, it didn't burn them off, but they were like crispy, like all the ends of them, everything burnt, my whole face and my eyebrows. Whew, it was a hell of a big fireball.
No.
That was my closest experience to lighting myself on fire for
I
sure.
was doing that over Easter too. My father-in-law's
wasn't
grill
good.
was in rough shape, and I was trying to, same thing. Be careful. Be careful at fire. Don't play with matches, as our parents always said, right?
I think so.
Don't play with matches and
Although
lighters.
when I was younger, I would take strike anywhere matches, and you'd just cut all the heads off of them, many boxes full of them, and then you'd shove them inside of a tennis ball till it was full, and then tape that sucker up and throw it against something hard. Whoo, good times. Just stand back when you do it.
I am not.
I'm
getting
not
behind
advocating that
We're not
anybody should
advocating
do
that,
that.
and we're.
But I'm just saying,
we're moving forward.
something I
Justin,
did.
I think we need to spend a few seconds more too talking about ticks from last week because we got
Ben
some
had
comments.
a tick on him after we were at your place on whatever day.
Did you check yourself when you're driving home? Like when you pulled the car over, did you like jump out and check yourself too?
I did a quick once over. I wasn't that concerned.
Yeah, I didn't have any.
Yeah.
I made my kids check. They didn't have any, but Ben had one stuck on his back.
Yeah. He kind of freaked out a little bit.
Did he?
He's got like maybe a phobia.
Oh,
It was like I had to stop on the interstate, like because he was that concerned.
Ben said, so he was down in central Illinois. So he's turkey hunting Fulton County, and he ran into a lot of Lone Star ticks. That's the alpha gal one we talked about. I have yet to see one up here, but he said he saw a lot of them this last weekend. Lone Star ticks. They got that really defined white spot on their back.
Did he spray down? Did he say he was going to spray down?
I don't know that he did or not, to be honest with you.
Okay. Well,
He certainly should.
there's no doubt. Like I don't know that there is a right answer for these ticks, other than the fact that I think anywhere where you can tuck your clothing in, spray down with some spray, be smart, check yourself,
Permethrin,
Yeah.
however you say it.
and most importantly, just you got to check yourself. I found one in the back of my head. The problem is with hair. Like you made fun of me with my white pale skin. That's poison ivy family.
Oh, I got bit by a spider. Check that out. Must have got me while I was sleeping.
Dude, that's
Oh,
gross.
bastard.
That is
It looks
nasty.
better today than it did.
Yuck. Okay, and last and not least, Justin, for the love of God, please
What?
clear
Take a
your
shower.
throat.
Who, me?
Yeah. This Jenkins 80 said, for the love of God, Justin, please clear your throat.
Maybe it's just the way I sound. Why is he got to make fun of me?
Why don't you just give it a good, why don't you just try it right now? Just really clean it out there. And
Okay.
You sound better? Does he
I feel
sound
like
better?
I sound the same. Do I
Okay,
sound
well,
any
I'm
different?
just saying.
So maybe that at that particular time, he had some
Maybe I had a little post-nasal drip going on. Possibly. It's allergies, Brandon. It
allergies.
was allergies.
Okay, well, I just responded to him and said, hey, I told him.
Thanks, Todd. We appreciate that.
No problem. Okay.
It's still turkey
All right.
hunting season. We are in the midst of turkey season. What's your plan? You killed a turkey with Josh down in Tennessee?
I did. Yeah, no, listen, it was a great hunt. I shot a great bird. Luckily, everything went well. No issues, no drama.
That's always good. Only one arrow required.
One arrow was required. I think he could even reuse it. I think everything was a positive experience from that perspective. It was a great hunt, good bird, good footage. I even got some slow motion stuff for you, not of the bird being shot, which will lead into something I know that you want to talk about. Because the slow motion stuff's kind of fun. I just started using my still camera just to get slow motion stuff wherever I could. Just if a hen came in or whatever. It's just kind of fun. It's just something fun about slow motion for some weird reason. I don't know why. It's just kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. They use it a lot in like movies and TV shows. So I mean, there's just something about seeing things happen in slow motion. It's fun.
It's cool.
But yes, to your point, hunters are just weird. We're a weird group.
Why do you say that?
I mean, when you think about what we enjoy and what we enjoy watching. And if you are not a hunter, so if you were just not a hunter, you're just somebody cruising around the internet one day, checking out reels, laughing, checking out some memes, having a good day, and you scrolled to a reel, and all of a sudden there was an ultra slow motion video of a turkey's head getting completely shot off, severed, flying through the air, blood's going everywhere in slow motion. And all the hunters are like, oh, hell yeah, that's awesome. Like, you would think that's weird. There's a strange thing where we don't think it's weird and we think it's awesome. I think most people, kind of hunters, think it's awesome. Not everybody. I don't know how I feel about it.
I don't know that I think it's awesome.
But it's just strange. Just like putting their heads on our walls. I feel like if you weren't a hunter is a little weird. It's a little strange. Right?
Yes,
it's hard for us to like separate ourselves from being hunters to try to think like what other people may think about that.
How about people who mount their dogs when they
their dogs? Away? I think that's a little weird.
Brandon, would you mount a dog? Like, how about your wife? She's a dog lover. There's no way my wife would mount one of our dogs. No way.
No.
I think those people are potential serial killers.
The idea of like keeping part of the dog at like a piece of its fur or something is I'm like,
wow,
is that
man.
I don't know that I want to do that, but like
make a set of mittens out of it.
No, I don't know. Like
this is fluffy.
I searched mounting your dog, but they're referring to humping.
Taxidermy.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to refine
or
my
cat
search.
Or any pet.
Yeah, it seems weird to me. I don't know that I would do it, but like,
yeah, it's very weird. What's the point of it?
I mean, just like
I'm not really sure what the point of these deer heads on our wall even is anymore. I feel
you
it's just like
you
a
didn't
thing
have like
that
an
we do.
emotional connection with an animal, right? Like it wasn't a part of
Sometimes you do.
Sometimes you do, though.
It wasn't a
Like,
part of
You're
your
like, I had
family.
all these years of history
Chasing 'em.
and trail camera pictures and encounters and shed antlers and, oh, buddy, I'm sad that I had to kill you, but you're dead now. Better you than me.
I mean, you could
I'm gonna stick your head on my wall.
You could taxidermy like your grandparents, I guess, right? It's the same idea.
No, I think there's probably laws for that.
Probably.
Yeah, I don't think you can mount people.
Yeah.
Probably laws against that. We were having a conversation yesterday about like planning out your funeral like way ahead of time. Like
That's
what
so
you wanna
weird.
have.
We were talking about this too.
Because
This
I
is
was
the
like,
weirdest
I was
thing.
talking about it with
Is
my
this
wife.
Easter the time to talk about that or
Yeah,
what?
maybe. I was like, I want like a badass funeral. I want a live band. I even said Brandon's band can come play at my funeral. I want my ultimate goal was they put me in a casket. There's a band playing on stage. There's a huge mosh pit. Then they crowd surf my casket over the people and throw it into a giant fire.
Yeah.
How awesome would that
would
be?
be very you. I've always
And I also thought, like, while you're young and, cognizant, you're still with it, you should record a video that they can play at your funeral later on.
We talked about that too.
Like, I could record a video right now addressing, and
The camera's
and it would
rolling,
be
Justin.
hilarious.
Yeah, this is what it sounded like. I just want to be clear. I really think Todd was an assole, and I just wanted to
That would
get that
be-
out there.
that would be great.
Thanks, Justin.
To play at
so
my funeral.
we were watching. You like Star Wars, right? I can't remember.
Of course. Who doesn't like Star
So
Wars?
Andor. Did you watch Andor?
No, I did not.
Okay,
That's
so
good.
Andor's good. So the new one's coming out today.
Oh.
While we're filming this, and the lady dies.
Okay.
And she does exactly that.
She, like, filmed something?
they're doing a funeral, or
I
whatever.
thought
and-
about
and
having a hologram of
that's
me.
what it is.
Oh, man.
That's what it is. So
they stole my idea.
So it's not R2D2, but it's like one of those type of robots. Like they're doing a band, they're doing a ceremony, thing comes along, then all of a sudden they stop, and then it's not R2D2 because it's whatever. It's one of the robots. Okay,
Maybe it's R3D3.
one of these
the
things,
next
A6,
generation.
whatever. Yeah, whatever. So then the little hologram casts this big picture of would be you, in this case her, and then she just starts talking like, so
Thank you all for coming to my funeral. today.
right.
My
This
cele-
isn't a sad
We
time.
also talked about, is there a difference between a funeral and a celebration of life, or are they both kind of the same thing? It's just how you look at it.
Listen, in my opinion, dude, I mean, listen, for me, dude, cremate me. The deal's over. I already told this to Sony. We went over this.
Then what are they going to do with your ashes?
Just to go throw them on my property. I think it's illegal, but who cares? I own the property.
No, I don't think it's illegal.
Is it illegal?
To spread someone's ashes
I think it might be. We're gonna have to Google
No,
this,
it
dude.
can't be.
I think
People spread ashes all the time.
I know,
That's
but
like
I don't think you're allowed to.
We also
Can-
looked up how much ashes weigh because when my dad got cremated and I had to go pick up the ashes, I don't know what I was expecting, like a baggie, but no, it's not. It's a sizable stash. And it
Okay, in
weighs
Illinois,
like 6
yes, it is
pounds
generally
to
legal to
10
scatter
pounds.
ashes in Illinois, but there are some restrictions, requirements. You can shatter ashes on your own property or with permission on someone else's property. Additionally, you can scatter ashes in designated scattering areas like cemeteries or churches. If you plan to scatter ashes on a statewide owned land, you'll need to get a permit from the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. So apparently, I guess, yes, you
The
can.
government just wants more money from you.
But
You're
can you,
You're
like-
dead and you still got to go buy a
Okay, but what
permit.
happens if you love fishing? Like, yeah, you just go dump those in the lake.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, that's what my grandparents want.
What's wrong with that?
Okay, so anyhow,
Chuck me in the fire.
Listen,
Crowd surf me into the fire.
I really
while
want. I
Brandon's band is jamming.
really want to get back to hunting. We're gonna move off this death thing. The glass is half full. We got a lot of life in us. We got a lot of life left, Justin. So
Some more than others.
Hopefully.
let's keep moving forward here. But yeah, listen. I think the celebration of life's the greatest thing in the world. Skip the church. Skip all that extra stuff. Just keep it lighthearted, man. A couple nice photos of you, right?
A hologram, a video of me talking.
Video of a hologram. Say some nice things.
I want to like have where I roast everybody that's at my funeral, but I don't know who's going to be there. They might be dead, so I might be talking ill of the dead people. But I thought it would be hilarious
Get
if
your-
I just told jokes about everybody that I hope is going to be at my funeral.
Maybe in your case, nobody would just show up because you just
My
you can be
funeral
his ass
sounds pretty
sometimes.
awesome, and I think people are going to want to show up.
We'll just get you on a green screen, and then we can hologram it when the technology is easy.
There we go.
I'll tell you what, Brandon. After this episode, go ahead and let's use company time to film Justin doing one of
I
his
just thought
first-
they could show outtakes from Bow Hunter Die from the last 15 years. Brandon has some sweet compilations we've put together. Just play that at my funeral.
Yes, that would be good.
All right, let's get off funerals. Let's talk turkey.
Let's just stay on the slow motion deal.
The decapitation videos. How do we feel about them? I don't know, man. Like part of me watches it and I'm like, that's pretty freaking cool. And then I'm like, oh, that's kind of gross. I'm really conflicted on it.
I know. Me
There's
too. I
definitely
literally saw
there's
one. I
definitely
just
a
saw
thing.
one.
Like Bomar has got like they've done a really nice job at like a marketing blitz, I think, for this new turkey decap broadhead that they came out with
Yes.
because they got a bunch of people using it, filming slow motion videos, putting them on social media right now. And there's some pretty epic ones I've seen. I'm not going to lie. But I just, again, I don't know how I feel about it. It's probably the most ethical way to kill a turkey with a archery equipment, right? Probably just whack its head off. I mean, what's the difference between that and shooting it in the head with a shotgun? Really?
Yeah. I listen. I know, dude. I know. Like I was going through our 2,000 domain names and I was letting a few go. And one of the domains that I have is Beyond Fair Chase is one of the domain names that we have, right? And I just think we, like, I know this doesn't completely tie in, but I just think of the whole fair chase and having, it's our ethical kind of responsibility to treat the animal, I don't know, with respect to a certain degree. Like honestly, like just me like seeing like parading a deer around in the back of a car, like like I don't know, like I do feel like there's a certain level of respect that you got to kind of give an animal. It's my opinion. It's just my opinion. So I think I
mean,
listen,
if
I
somebody
watch a
was
few of
gonna
those
kill
videos. I don't
me-
like it.
I wouldn't mind just getting my head lopped off. I didn't even know it was coming. You're just dead. You're just immediately dead. You don't have to run around being like,
No one is going to argue the fact that if we have to pass away, like fast and quick is always the best way.
But
Not
videotaping
slow
it and like
steady.
glorifying the heads like flying through the air. I don't know. It's a little gory. It's a little much sometimes.
With that being said-
conflicted. Yes.
Your turkey season was a bust. I don't consider it a bust because your son did great.
Yeah,
Got one.
I mean, I took Jake during youth season, and he just shot a little bit low on a bird, so we had a chance, and we just didn't kill the bird.
You saw birds.
Saw a ton of birds. Youth season was awesome, dude. We saw birds. We saw a goblin. It was his first time hunting himself, and we went just the two of us, which was nice. Like 'cause a lot of times, like the younger siblings kind of live in the older siblings' shadow, so to speak. So it was nice, just the two of us, and then. Joey and I had first season tags because they were off school Thursday, Friday. So Thursday was a little uneventful. My wife sprung it on me that I had to take Jake with us on Wednesday night. She was like, "Oh, by the way, you have to take both of the boys.
He's got some energy, brother.
They're kids, dude.
They
They have energy.
Jake's got. He could probably tire you out. That kid can. He's got energy.
Yeah, he definitely does. So him and his brother are just opposites. Joey's quiet and doesn't say anything or do anything. Jake's different.
Dude, Jake was everywhere. He's mover.
Exploring. So yeah, Thursday was a little uneventful. We did it. We had birds come in, but dude, you know as well as I do, turkey hunting can be so frustrating. It's like you see them, they gobble, they're coming in. You're like, hell yeah, brother, here we go. And they come in so far, and then they're like, no, this is good enough. Like, if you want me, you can come get me. And they're like just out of bow range. I was like, oh my God.
I've always wanted to like pick up the blind and walk a little bit.
Yeah, just turtle it over.
Dude, I've always wanted to try that.
Probably could.
I think you could sometimes.
So we had a bunch of birds within 50 yards, within 35 on Thursday. Just couldn't get one to commit. And then Friday, we did what you said, mixed it up. So, dude, I went back after I left your place on Thursday.
I don't know that was so much that I said. I mean, your son wanted to really do that.
No, but you reinforced the idea for sure. You were like, absolutely, you guys should move. I'm like, yeah, well, you're not the one that has to go.
like, I don't want to do this.
So we went out there. We set up another blind, threw chairs in it. And, of course, the chairs I had were not like, they didn't have adjustable legs. They were just like the little fold-out stools because my good chairs were in the other blind. And we're on a hill, you know. So I'm in there with a damn shovel.
You have
the
to
ground out so
flat.
I can level the thing. We got in the blind in the morning, and dude, we heard our first gobble at 5:18 on Friday morning. Dude, it wasn't light till 5:45. It was pitch black, and I'm like, we're just getting ready. I'm like, hell yeah, we got in early, quiet.
I like it.
Blah, 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 we hear a gobble. Birds pitched down. They went kind of the other way. We could hear them moving away, and we waited for a while. And Joey's like, let's move up top. So. Bailed out of that blind, went up to the other one. We were just sitting there, and all of a sudden we heard a gobble like 75 yards away, and sure enough, 4 of them came in. You know what was weird about this hunt is when they were coming in, we thought they were Jakes because they all had little beards. But looking at the footage, they're all Toms with no beards. They all have full fans, full spurs. The bird that he shot was 22 pounds. And I don't know if they all got beard rot or whatever happens where the beards break off.
I don't know anything about that.
But what was weird is there was 4 of them all together. None of them had a full beard.
Huh.
So I was like, okay, is this a thing where like turkeys with
I don't know.
malformed beards like
Well, I don't know. Did you see that one
out?
video that I put in? Did you see that video of the times that I had where they were they all looked like flat? You didn't see that video with those 4 Toms coming through? Did you see that video?
I mean, isn't that how they look a lot of times though?
I don't know. I'll send you the video.
Like
we'll put
wide
it up on
and
this.
flat kind of beard.
Yeah, I'll send this to you. We'll put it in this episode. But
So, anyways, he shot one. It was good. It only went 20 yards and died, and his buddies flogged him for like, I'm not even kidding, dude, an hour and a half. They would not leave, but I couldn't get him to come back so I could shoot one because we both had our bows. I let him shoot
because
first.
the turkey ran off so far and they all went
The
dead.
turkey was dead at like 35 yards, and they were out there, and I was just not super comfortable shooting because like a dummy, I turned my poundage, not like a dummy, but I turned my poundage down for turkey season just in case I need to hold a full draw for longer when they're moving around. But I didn't recite my bow in past like 20 yards.
It's getting a little soft on me over here.
Well, dude, I was pulling like
When I mentioned that
72
I pulled
pounds.
my pounds, you like, oh.
I always turn my bow down for turkey season. I don't need 72 pounds to kill a little bird.
Why not?
But then he was out there at 35, 40, and I was like, I just wasn't sure where my tape was at, with the lower poundage, and I didn't want to guess. So I didn't chance it. So
Well, I'm ready to go. I'm hoping to get out this week. I'd like to get out maybe Thursday morning. I'm thinking maybe. I didn't look at the weather. Look at this rain almost every single day now. I don't
think
know.
it's supposed to be nicer.
I'll have to check.
Should be good.
I got a 360 photo the other day of one of my Toms. He's on top of that hen. It's a great 360.
really?
Oh yeah. I'll show it to you. I download the high res, but he's definitely. Breeding is happening. I'm assuming some hens are probably already sitting on eggs maybe right now. I would think, but
I assume
it's.
probably.
I don't think it's too late. I'm ready to go. I'm excited. I'm going to get one, Brando. I'm going to try to get one. I'm going to try to do.
I like it. I have one more tag for 4th season. It's for here locally, so we'll see if there's any birds on the farm at that point.
I saw one at the hunt club this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We'll keep an eye on him for you if he's still around.
Well, I don't have a tag for that county, so it's
never
not going to
mind.
do me any good.
Yeah, okay, so I'm
I have a
tracking
Lake
you.
County tag
Oh, okay.
for 4th season.
Gotcha.
So
you got a
there's
Lake
a-
County spot? Oh, yeah, duh.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
there's a
tracking
bunch
you
of
now.
birds out there in the
I didn't know
fall.
there were birds there.
There traditionally haven't been. There's been birds in like northern Lake County, but they're definitely moving farther south. We had a pretty good.
They were in Del Webb the
crew of
other
them.
day, across the street from here.
Yeah. So I don't know. I got a week. I'll wait
Okay.
and go out there and see if there's any birds around. Moving on.
I think your voice sounds clear. I think that clearing the throat helped.
Think so?
Yeah. Well, just even bringing out the fact that I say dude so much. I haven't said dude almost for a minute.
It's been a whole minute. All right. Moving on from turkey hunting, other deer projects for the springtime.
Dude, just let's go. I got like 3 videos filmed. Let's roll.
No, I just mean, what else? It's April 22nd.
I-
What else is coming? I assume spring food plots, probably, right?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little. Yes. Yeah, it's a lot of work. I'm starting to feel that pressure like today. I went to the hunt club this morning real quick, and I could just see all the tractors, all the farmers are getting their stuff out. It's like starts giving me some anxiety just because I'm always worried about getting the hunt club planted and what's the best time to do that. And yes, it's and I really do want to make some changes with my food plots this year. Boy, I just had too much food last year, so I want to make some adjustments with my food. I don't think I had enough green. So I want to mix some things up. Maybe I had a little too much grain.
Food meaning what specifically? Like,
well, when it comes to corn and beans, dude, and again, this is so, anything can change. You could have one extra storm, right? Or one extra week of super cold weather, then you're wishing you had more. But the last 2 years, I have just had too much corn. And the problem with when you have too much corn, even when you mow it down, it just, unfortunately, all those kernels get on the ground and then it just it just comes back up. And then if you're going to rotate your crops, then you got corn within this, and it's just kind of annoying that you got to spray an extra chemical to kill it. So it's a pain. I know. Don't say anything dumb. I can just see it.
No, I was just thinking more.
Tell.
I was just trying to think more from a hunting perspective, right? Because like for me, there is a fine line between not having enough food that doesn't last long enough into like the later part of the season. And then if you don't have any food late season, it can make hunting really tough. But if you have too much food, especially in too many places, it almost gives the deer too many options.
Totally. And then when you don't get a lot of snow, here's the thing. When you plant brassicas and clover and winter rye and wheat, and you're doing more of those type of blends, right? If you get a lot of snow, now you're wishing you had beans and you're wishing you had corn because it's a little bit easier for the deer to get to that kind of stuff versus having to always dig.
But it seems like we don't get as much snow anymore.
No, we just don't. We don't. I mean, for the last 3 or 4 years, we just have not gotten the snow that we used to get.
Right.
Period.
It should be good for like deer health, bad for getting rid of ticks.
Bad for ticks, good for deer health.
Yes.
But it's also bad too because
moisture. We haven't our last couple winters. We just have had no moisture.
Yeah, and it's still pretty dry out there. I got a lot of projects going on still on the property. We'll bring you. Brandon has the footage. Got a couple updates. Pay attention. We did finally pick the winner to the native prairie plot that we gave away. So that will be an episode here coming up soon. I love the way the property's coming along. Things are looking good. Didn't find as many sheds as I would have liked to have found.
I feel like on years, again, where we have a mild winter and there's a lot of food, the sheds are just a lot more scattered. They are a little bit more difficult
They don't
to find.
need to be as concentrated. There's no question about that. I mean, Justin, I have so much corn. I'm actually leaving like a whole acre up. I'm just going to leave it. I did that last year too. And I found it to be completely successful. So if you find yourself in a situation where you have a lot of corn that did not get eaten, in this case, I've got about an acre, literally. I just left it. I did it last year as well. And, your squirrels and animals will still eat it. Yeah, you get a bunch of weeds that are going to come up in there, which is kind of annoying, but you can deal with that in a year
Let me
later.
understand. So last year, you had an acre of standing corn that you left for like late season hunting. And rather than going in and mowing it down and putting something else there this year, you're just leaving the last year's corn stalk standing.
Yeah, because there's nothing wrong with it. Like the corn is completely good. It's still protected. I mean, and the deer will continue to eat it all the way through.
Got it.
So, it's just, it's such a waste just to mow it down, and then some of it's going to regerminate, and then you're going to have to spray it. It just kind of creates a big mess. I'm going to leave it.
And then eventually you'll have to mow it and plant
It slowly breaks down, but I won't do that until next year. Is what I'll do. And it's fine. I mean, weeds will get in there. And, deer like weeds. I mean, they'll eat anything.
Honestly, I've had some of my best luck in a few of the farms that I've hunted where, like, every once in a while you get, like, a weird year where they put, like, let's just say they put winter wheat in and they cut it in July or whenever it gets cut. And then they just don't plant anything else in it. And then all the weeds grow up in it for the fall. Like, the deer are in there a ton eating on that stuff. Like, I've had really good luck hunting that. Surprisingly, like, you think, oh crap, I want a good ag field to hunt over, but like those just
they like that stuff for some reason.
Yeah, they love it.
That's what I'm doing. But I mean, I really don't have a ton of. Listen, the same thing we've always talked about. Yes, I've got some tree stands to move. I got a lot of trail cameras that I need to go in and collect some data from and just fix them and put batteries in them and just kind of get them ready.
You know what? A camera that I've just had tons of good luck with that's still out there just trucking along, that Wild Game Innovations cell cameras, those WGI like Encounter or whatever it's called. Dude, it's got regular alkaline batteries in it. I don't know when I put batteries in it last fall. Things still trucking along.
Is that a cellular version you're running?
Yeah. It's still and you get like 100 free images a month. So I turned off like my paid cell plan.
Yeah.
But dude, it still sends me its 100 pictures every month until it runs out, and then the next month I get another 100 pictures. Like, I have been
can't
very
turn my
pleasantly
off.
surprised. Why?
I just love them. I just, it's something to do when you get up in the morning. It's something to look at. I love it. I mean, I just love my cameras. Listen, I've had great luck with my DS4Ks.
July.
I just love the videos and just getting all that stuff. But for those of you who are running some of the stealth cams, a lot of the newer stealth cams, Justin, have that live view. So that's something that's kind of new, is being rolled out. There's no additional cost depending upon what camera that you have. It's just a matter of accessing it. And it's kind of fun when you get a notification to kind of bop in there and then click on the live view, and you can just kind of
so you have your cameras set up for like instant notification. And then you go hit the live view to see what's going on.
So I don't know if you've been playing with this live view or not, but you can take a look at it.
Turned off right now.
So it will pop right up. That's a live view.
And that'd be awesome if there was a giant strutter just gobbling in front of your camera right now.
That's an undisclosed location of that camera. I can't share that information.
Like close by.
You don't know that.
That's just what it looks like.
You do not. Is it live? Is it streaming live right now?
Yeah. There's nothing happening.
There's nothing. Yeah. Well, that's part of life. But it is amazing. And even on these 360 cameras, Justin, I don't know if you know this or not, but on the 360s, you can do the same thing, which is kind of cool. So if you go to live view on the 360s,
and then can you move the camera?
Yes, that's what I was just getting ready to show you.
See,
so like
that's pretty
right
badass.
now, this is spinning up, and then once it comes up, then you can literally click on zone 1, zone. So you literally can just be like full 360, what's going on anywhere around that camera, which is really cool for the turkey hunting in this particular spot, because this is a big clover plot that I'm watching, and then you're able to just go doot, 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 and see what's going on. So
now you need to just get them to build in like a turkey yelp into the camera
and see if they gobble or whatever.
And then it has to pinpoint which direction the gobble came from. A little indicator goes off and the camera moves.
All right, you're getting that. That's a lot of.
And then it's just going to shoot out a little dart and paralyze the animal until I can get there.
Oh, that's great. And then just no. So check it out.
One step at a time.
So I know you're talking, but let me just so you literally can just it's up there now. If you turn it this way, then you can just literally click on zone 2.
That's pretty.
And then
incredible.
you can see that you can see that right there, right? Yep. And now boot there, and you just literally can just go
moved
all the way around.
That's pretty amazing. Is it raining out there? Well, it must be.
It is. It is raining out there.
Well, there you go. Get you some live view on your 360 cameras, y'all.
It's just addicting, though, dude. The problem is, I mean, like, you start looking at this stuff, you're just like, oh, man.
That's part of the reason I turned mine off. just talking about
Because
like,
it's an
the kids
addiction?
thing. Yeah, dude, my kids are like addicted because I set my trail cameras always to check in twice a day. I generally do
That's a
like
good way to do
7
it.
a.m. and 7 p.m. because I
agree.
just don't want to get alerts all day long.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm jumping up out of my chair to go hunting if something happens. I'm not really using them for like security.
And it's probably better on your
purposes.
battery
It's
life,
way
too.
better on battery
Yeah.
life too.
I agree.
But my kids, I have the Command Pro app loaded on my iPad at home, and they know when it's like 6:45, 6:50, 6:50.
Oh, man, they're coming
They
and
go
asking
grab
you?
the iPad
Wow.
and they get ready, and then they're checking all the pictures,
That-
and they're like, "Dad, there was a buck over at this camera or a buck over at that camera." But here's the
That
problem.
might be an addiction.
Here's the problem that I've had with it. Last fall, when we were going hunting, Joey started basing his decisions on where he wanted to hunt
Yeah.
on trail camera data. And I'm trying to get him out of doing that. What is this? It looks like a turd.
Tell me if you like it or not.
Lineage classic meat sticks.
The best sounding thing I've ever heard.
It's made with beef, liver, and heart. How did that just make your stomach feel as I read that to you?
I don't care. I mean, it's okay. It's not great. Was this promoted by the Liver King? Because if it is, then I want more of it. Lineage provisions. I don't know. It's all right.
It's interesting. It's air dried. Delicious meat sticks are a nutritious snack for active lifestyles and on the go for active guys like you, Justin. Anyhow,
I'm pretty active. I have a funny story. I went to the gym this morning, and I wanted to go on the stair machine. There's 5 stair machines. Okay.
Brandon, try one of these while we're talking.
So I walk up the stairs at the gym, and all 5 of the machines are in use, which is pretty rare. And I was like,
What machine is this?
The Stairmaster.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right. I like to stretch before I go do my workouts because I'm old now. I'm unk, as Ben says. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do my stretches, and by the time I'm done stretching, we'll see if a machine is opened up. If not, I'll go do something else. No big deal. So I do all my stretches. What's that one stretch where you put your leg up on the table and kind of?
Dude, that's a good one. That's for your piriformis.
Yeah, well,
you gotta really get
I do those every morning.
like this one.
Yeah, 100%. That one. I mean, that's table's a little high for me, but yes, I do those stretches right there. Gets you right in the glute there.
Dude, it's good.
So I get done stretching. I grab my water bottle and my towel. I look up and I'm like, oh, sweet. There's a stair machine open.
Oh no! Don't make
Right?
eye contact with anybody else.
No. So I start walking over there. As I'm walking over there, I see a guy walking up the stairs
Oh no!
to come up to the gym floor. And I know that he's a guy that I always see on the stair machine. It's the only thing he does, right? So I'm like, okay, well, this guy's going to be mad because I'm literally walking to the machine, beelining to the machine. The guy comes up the stairs, sees me walking to that machine, and I am
No.
not kidding you, dude. He runs. He runs
Come on!
and cuts in front of me to get on the
No
stair
way!
machine. I swear to God. And it gets on the machine. And I've literally never seen this man run before in my life.
That's
I 100% promise you he ran to get on that machine before I could get there.
that's terrible.
I just kind of laughed. I
that's
was like,
annoying.
okay, dude, whatever. So I went and
Well-
got on my elliptical like a chick. And just went for my half hour.
Well, let's wrap this thing up with the whole deer conversation. I think right now is 100% the time to start doing your planning. Break out your Hunt Stand app. Add up the size of your
Speaking of Hunt
plots.
Stand app, if this is
Are
going
you
to go up,
interrupting me?
yes.
Okay.
Because if this is going to air on Wednesday, Thursday at 7 p.m., Hunt Stand is airing
That's a good point.
a video.
A master class.
The premiere. Yeah, they're calling it their Hunt class, Hunt Stand 101 Hunt class. It's
Which is good.
And actually, I'm going to tune into it because there's so many dang features on Hunt Stand that like I
There
click
is.
around and try to figure out on my own.
Yeah.
You know, like sometimes it's just nice to have somebody show you like
100%.
how it was built and why it was built that way. So yeah, 7 p.m. Central Time on the Hunt Stand YouTube channel. We'll link it in the description. You know, for the money that Hunt Stand cost, it has got more features than any other app out there. I promise you.
There's a
and
lot
I
there.
do not like. I don't know that I can go in the woods without my hunt stand app.
Well, and I just think, because I was talking about food plots, like, guys, it is such a great feature because so many times people put down way more seed than you need. I mean, going in there and being strategic and being accurate and keeping track of your notes, I love it. So you can go in and you can just, say, hey, listen, this is a 1 acre plot. Then I can figure out exactly how much lime I need, how much fertilizer I need, how much seed that I need. And what's cool is if you name that plot, whatever, the pinch point plot, whatever it is, like I'm thinking of that plot because that's the one I need to work on. With that plot there, you can go in and you can add notes so that I can put like 2023, I did this. 2024, I did this. 2025, I'm going to do this. And then what's kind of cool is for that plot, all your notes are there. So you can kind of keep it all within that one deal. Because otherwise you end up forgetting where you put those notes and stuff like that. I used to kind of keep a Google Drive and I was like, oh gosh, that's a pain. Now you can keep your notes right in there. And it's kind of handy. So keep that in mind.
Interesting. Yeah, so 7 p.m.
Food plots. Man, I think that's the biggest thing you need to get your brain wrapped around.
Yeah,
I'm going to rebuild the water hole.
I did some clover, alfalfa, chicory type stuff.
Probably a couple weeks ago, though.
No, I just had to do some recently just because time-wise, that's all I really could do. So we'll see how they come up. I went in and killed everything with Gly and then just broadcast.
Okay.
Well, so as that stuff dies.
So you had some green already coming in.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Everything's pretty green right now. So I'm going to see how that goes. I had one spot that I went in a couple weeks ago and killed because there's just so much thistle. I get tons of thistle.
I saw that last night. That plot that you were just looking at.
Yeah.
That plot there. Oh, that's something I did. I did pick up my motorcycle, by the way.
Oh, you did?
I did.
Where'd you pick it up from?
I did.
Where do you even
get that? The throttle thing is sensitive as heck, man. I almost crashed in my garage. It was like a skid mark. Well, I had the thing down when I turned it on, and then I pushed the button. I'll send you. I do it like burn marks. I immediately hit the brakes and made burn marks
burning
on my floor. And then I buzzed through the.
Where do you have to go to get that thing?
The guy lives in Rice Lake, Wisconsin. So it was just a coincidence.
Oh, were you on your way back from Duluth?
I was just thinking about this, like, wait a minute, why do I need to meet the guy down the road? I'm like, look, I'm already going to be cruising by. So I literally called him up like, hey, listen, you want to do this? And my first, I think this thing's going to work really well. It is super powerful. There is no doubt it's got power. I mean, it legit has power. I don't know if the machete's on there or not. I know you're going to comment on the machete deal. I didn't use the machete. I used it last night to go change out a trail camera and just buzzed around on it real quick. It's powerful. It's going to take, it's dangerous. You're going to have to be a little careful.
Get your helmet out.
Well, I did hit a hole and did kind of fall already. Yeah, I was like, whoa. I mean, it was definitely, yeah.
Like it's a legitimate motorcycle. This isn't a little mountain bike anymore, Graf. You've upgraded.
You gotta be smart on this thing. I'm just gonna tell you straight up. So, but I think it's gonna work. It's gonna work great, especially when I'm climbing those hills because those hills were just killing me. They were just killing me. I couldn't get up those hills. I'm trying to find the video here. But yeah, check this out, man. Look, there's even a deer in the plot after I left. So I went back there, zooming through the plot there, and that's where all my thistle is. But it's got power. It's going to work pretty well. I'm pretty excited.
You've got that classic Todd Graf look on your face.
That I don't know why I do that.
that face, whatever
I don't
it
know
is.
why I do that so much. It's like a grin.
You don't even know that you're doing it, though. That's
I know.
the thing. Like when we do these things, none of us know what's happening.
I got to tell you, it's going to work. And look, the deer didn't even care. Look at that. And 15 minutes later, the deer came right in that plot.
Yeah,
So
came right through. To check out what you were up
it's
to.
definitely time. If you're die hard and you want to start getting your stuff dialed in and organized, food plots, move your stands, and if you didn't fill your turkey tag, get out there and fill your turkey. That's what I'm going
Our
to do.
last thing, Todd, I have to.
Oh man, there's another
I have
thing.
to remind you because we're screwed.
We're screwed.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't want to hear I'm screwed. That's a terrible thing.
Yeah.
On
What do we
What'd
have
I
to go
now?
do on Friday?
Nothing. I'm
That's
going
not
turkey
true.
hunting.
No, you're not.
I'm going to meet you there. I'm going to turkey hunt in the morning and then slide over there real quick.
Yeah, but what do we have to do once you get there?
Nothing. Meet people, shake hands,
Yeah,
hand gladding, say
Go
hi.
shoot our bows.
You don't have to shoot your bow.
We should.
You
We're going
can.
to the HHA USA event at
No,
Vortex
that is,
in the morning,
yes.
and then after that, then there's a 3D shoot.
I told Chris and the guys that I was going to be available for the vortex portion of it. I was not going to shoot.
Oh, so I don't have to shoot? I'm still
We weren't going to shoot.
I'm going to shoot.
Okay. Justin
I just like shooting my bow.
I didn't say I didn't like shooting my bow, but I'm
woefully unprepared to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways. That's never stopped me before.
No, there's no reason to. How big of a shoot is it?
I don't know.
I don't think the shoot is not at Vortex.
No, it's not. Correct.
Right. You got to go somewhere else.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. Yeah, that's right.
My goal, do you know what time it starts?
Which
Well,
part?
the Vortex part, the first part, the part that we said we were going to go to.
It's like 9 o'clock.
Oh, when's it get light?
About 5:30.
I can still hunt for like maybe an hour and a half.
Yeah,
And then
get
just
one right
go
off the
straight
roost.
to-
Just get one off the roost. That's the best time to get them.
Right. And then
They're
just
all-
hurry up and then.
They're all fired up and just, whew.
Yeah.
Wish I
All right,
would've
so what are you
bought
going to
more
do? You're going to
turkey
jump in the car and head that way with Brandon at.
Yeah, we'll probably leave here at like 7, something like that. 6:30. I don't know, something like that. Get there on time.
Got it.
It's gonna be a beautiful day.
Okay.
We're gonna go tour Vortex.
Which is always cool.
Get some swag. I see you got a new hat on.
I did get a new hat.
Very America
It's a cool hat.
feeling.
I like when they put the rubber on these hats like this. I think we need to do one of those. It's just cool. Okay.
Fair enough.
Well, guys, it's turkey hunting. The season's open. Get out there, spray down, watch out for ticks. And dude, those things were not as exciting as I thought. You were making a bunch of faces.
Did you eat it? What did you think, Brando?
Did you hate it?
Did you hate it?
Very meh.
Yeah, it's ancestral though. Our ancestors didn't care. They're in little tiny pieces. That's normal.
I wasn't expecting them to be like that when I opened them. So a couple fell on the floor. I need to pick those up.
Where's your
I
dog?
thought they were going to be wrapped.
Where's
for
your
some
dogs
reason.
when you need them?
I know. 100%. All right.
All right.
Comment below. I want to know whether or not you believe seeing the turkey's heads get shot off in slow motion is something that we should be showing or not. I want to know. Peace out.